At this time, I got the best job of everybody. I have the honor of introducing Chris Gibson. Sir.
And Jim, thank you very much for everything that you've done for veterans. I deeply appreciate that. And to all the veterans who are here today, thank you for your service. Thank you for the example that you set for my generation. Thank you. Thank you. And to Rick and Shelley for your leadership and pulling this together. What an incredible event. You know, I look out here and I see those that are part of all 10 counties of the 20th district. This is really quite awe-inspiring to look out and to see. You know, I feel like this is almost like the scene of the Titanic, the last scene when everybody comes back. You know, and you know, I also want to thank Kathy, Teresa, and Jennifer. You know, we're surrounded by excellence, tremendous public servants all, a great example for me and for all that are seeking to serve. Let's give them a hand. Thank you very much. And what we're witnessing today is really, in my view, the strength of this campaign. The strength of this campaign are the over 1,200 now registered volunteers who every day have been working so hard. They've been knocking on doors, all these doors here today, but you know what? Just another day. Just a typical day here with the campaign, reaching out, neighbors talking to neighbors. That's what's made the difference in this campaign. Neighbors reaching out to neighbors, telling them about my background, telling them about our campaign, our cause, what we stand for. Why that makes all the difference is as you know, we've been under a barrage. We've been under an artillery barrage of ads, false ads that have been up on the air, and how we've been withstanding that. I mean, this is really incredible spending by the other side, all the money that they put in to these ads. But the reason why we're surging is because neighbors are telling neighbors about our campaign. And it just means so much more when you hear about me and our campaign from somebody that you go to church with, somebody that maybe your kids play sports together, somebody that you're in a hobby together. It just resonates so much more. So, you know, for Mary Jo and I, we just thank you from the bottom of our heart for everything that you've done, for the momentum you brought to this campaign. You are truly making a difference. I believe this is happening all over America right now. This is really an awakening that's occurring. A recognition that we're off track, that we have too many neighbors out of work at 9.6%, and we know that that doesn't tell the whole story. We're over 9% unemployment now for 14 straight months. That's the longest period, over 9% since the Depression. And with a $13.4 trillion debt, we know that this isn't right. We don't do this in our homes. And we know that this is jeopardizing the choices and the freedoms of future generations, and it's got to stop. And we also recognize the fact that we need to stand up and count for our freedoms, So, you know, these are the prime motivations for our campaign. In our platform, we've derived our platform from listening carefully. I'm very proud to have the endorsement of the National Federation of Independent Businesses. We've listened very carefully. We understand that the federal government won't create private sector jobs. But what it can do is change the policies. We have an environment right now that is hostile and uncertain to growth. It's hostile and uncertain. It's hostile because of taxes, regulation, and healthcare costs. And it's uncertain for a variety of reasons, but the first of which is there isn't anyone out here today that knows what their tax rate is going to be in just 2 months. That's uncertainty that's really stifling growth. We've also got uncertainty because we have a healthcare bill that was foisted upon us that we know is bad, but we don't know how bad. We're still trying to figure it out at 2,700 pages, and the fact that we know it created 24 new boards and commissions that are going to be empowered with regulatory authority. And Lord only knows what we're going to get from that. There's got to be a change. We need a new voice, a new direction in the Congress that listens carefully. 70% of our jobs are created by small businesses. We need to give them a voice in the United States Congress. And that's why we're going to advocate for tax and regulatory relief and to repeal and replace the health care bill. Because these and we will fight for your freedoms. We will fight for our freedoms. We will make sure that we have sound policies, that we can bring a successful and rapid conclusion to the wars overseas, and ensure that as a government, we don't step on the freedoms with our laws in our everyday actions down in the Congress. These are very important things that we need to do because we were in a truly exceptional nation at birth. We weren't, you think about what it was like to live here in North America in 1775. We were subjects then. We were subjects to a king. And our founders, one single page in the Declaration of Independence, they changed the history of the world. When we declared our independence, we became citizens. Citizens, free citizens, with rights and responsibilities. We recognize that. And we look for that inspiration for renewal in our country. We will get that renewal. We have the chance for history. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for everything that you've done so far. All those that walked our petitions, all those that stood in the rain during sine waves, all those that have knocked on doors, all those that have worked the phone banks, bringing our message across the 20th District. But it's not done yet. It's not done yet. We are building momentum, but as you know, the only results that are going to matter are the results on Tuesday, when we get everyone out, get all our family and friends out to the polls. We have the chance to make history. We have the chance to make history, friends, on Tuesday. But there's more work to be done. Thank you for what you've done. Thank you for what you're going to do on Tuesday. We're going to do this. We're going to do this.